how to make running simulator. So let's just run into this. Let's review what we did last episode. I reviewed how to make a runway so you can run down, earn gold. I demonstrated how you can buy zones and go to the next one. I also showed while on a runway how you can get speed, and then once not on the runway, lose the speed. But let's move on to Zone 3, where I've added a lot more stuff. We got the teleporter. I'm going to be showing you a rotating shop, like in Alex Warrior's Pet Simulator 2, which died within like a week. Quests, and yeah, shop and quests. Let's get right into this. Let's start off with the quests. I have actually shown how to do quests in my Part 3 mining simulator game, but I'm also going to do it on this one. So let's start off with the NPC. You're going to place your NPC down. You're going to name him whatever you want. And we're going to go into the actions, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to change a player stat. You can name the stat whatever you want. I name it quest, and it's quest set to 1. Then in chat, you're going to have, you're going to tell the player what you do for the quest. This is quest, run down the road 10 times, which is the path right in front of us. Then it's going to have a trigger function, but first let's make the function. You're going to go into your housing menu, go over to systems, functions, and quest right here. You're going to make a conditional. In the conditional, you're going to have a player stat requirement. It's going to be quest 1 equals 10. So don't do quest, just make an entire new stat. I called it quest 1, so quest 1 equals 10. Then you're going to have a change player stat, quest set to 0, gold increment by 100, so this one's just going to be the reward, and change player stat, quest 1 set back down to 0, and then I'm going to have it say quest done plus 100 gold. Then for this function, I have it active every 4 ticks, so it's less than a second. And how we're going to get it, so the quest is we have to run down this runway 10 times. And what I did was that area over there, that has a region. And we come over to here, we go over to event actions, run path 3. Okay, not the right one. Runway 3. We have a teleport player, so it teleports us to the end of the track. It also increments our stat, but that's not for the quest. That's just an ordinary path. You're going to want to add a conditional, and in the condition, quest needs to equal 1. So if it does equal 1, quest 1 will increment by 1. So every time we run through here, quest 1 increments by 1, which is just like adding. And if you remember in the quest function, we have it where once quest 1 equals 10, it will like give us all this rewards and set the quest and the quest 1 back down to 0 so you can redo the quest. If you want it to have like a one-time quest thing, like you can only do it once, then don't have it in the function, don't have it set back to 0, just give it the reward and the chat message saying you have done it. I think we're getting close to completing this one. So let's see. I don't even think I started the quest. Hold up. All right, let's start the quest. Okay, run down this 10 times. So the quest has been started. Let me show you a quick example that the quest has been started by, let's go over to Systems, Scoreboard Editor, Quest, Player Stat, Quest. Yeah, see, our quest is 1, and after we complete the quest, it should be set right back down to 0. Shouldn't take too long. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions in the comments, I'll gladly answer them. And there you go, right there. Our quest has been set back to 0, and in the chat it says our quest has been done. So that's how you can make quests for like Running Simulator. Next is the shop and the timer. First, we're going to be working with the shop. Now, you're going to place your NPC down, and this one's a bit more complicated to do and harder to explain. You're going to have a conditional for each item you have in the shop. But this is a rotating shop, so it's a lot harder. I only did one shop of the. I have 3 menus, but I only have one of them done. So I'm only going to be showing one of them. But normally you have one for each item you need. So first you're going to make a conditional, and there's going to be a global stat requirement. I called this one next. So next is it's switching through the menus or switching through the different shops. So next is going to equal 1, which is going to be the first shop. And if next equals 1, it's going to display menu 1, which I'll show you menu 1. This is menu 1. And you see I have a shop here. I'll explain the shop later. Then here we have if next equals 2, so that's going to be the second shop. And then for the last one I have, it's just going to display shop number 2. And then for this one, it's just going to be if next equals 3, which is like for the third shop. Next, I'm gonna be showing you how to make a shop. So you're gonna go over to menus. You're gonna make a menu. You can customize the size. You can change the title of it. So you can see this is menu 1. And right here, I just have some display telling you the cost of it. Then we have the items, that is telling you what they do. Now this is gonna have like a stock. If you want it to like where the players can just buy it infinitely, for the amount of time that until it rotates, you don't have to do this part. But if you want it to have a stock like in Pet Simulator 2, under each, this is a display item, so it isn't the actual item. But in the lore of the item, which you can do by holding that item and doing /edit, you're gonna want to do %stat.global/ I call it A1 for this. This is A2A, A1, 2A, 3A. You can just call it like, I don't know, stock for gold, stock for Lucky Block, stock for basketball. I'm just going to call it 1A, 2A, and all that. So you're going to want to do %stat.global/ the stock of that item. So it'll show how much is in stock. We're also going to head over to functions, where we can find, you're going to want to make a function called shop. You're going to want to add a conditional. In this conditional, the global stat requirement, next equals 1. And so that means if we are on shop, when rotating through the shops, if we are on shop number 1, it will change the global stat. It will do 1A, which is the stock of the gold pet. It'll set it to 5. And then 2A, which is like the Lucky Block, it'll set the stock to 3. And then for the basketball, it'll set the stock to 1. So you can buy the store out, then once it rotates back over, it'll be restocked. Also with this, you're going to have it repeating every, like, if you have it going for like 2 minutes, you're going to want to have it repeat every 2 minutes, which every 20 ticks is 1 second. But now we want it to actually rotate through the shop. So as you can see here, we have a minute. I did %stat.global / min, and then all that. What I did for that was pretty easy. All I did was I went into functions, and for seconds, I did change global stat, second decrement by 1, And of course, for it, I had it trigger every 20 ticks, which is 1 second. Then for minute is a little bit different. For minute, we're going to make a conditional. We're going to have a second less than or equal to 0. So with that first function I showed you, where second decrements every second by 1, 1 second hits 0. You got to remember, these are all in global stats. You're going to want to change the global stats. Second, set to 60. And then minute, decrement by 1. Then for the second conditional, you're going to have it if minute equals 0. It's going to do minute set back to the original time, which is, for me, 2 minutes. And then next set, I do it randomly. So between the 3, I did %random.int /1 through 4%. When you're doing a random.int, the lowest number is fine, but for the top number, you got to do 1 above. So if you wanted to have a chance of doing 1 through 9, you'd have to do 1 through 10. Then I just had second set to 30 because it rotates every 2.5 minutes. And then I just had it say in chat that there are new items in the shop. So once that timer is done, with that function repeating, it will randomly choose 1 through 3, which, with this guy, which I showed you, it's choosing randomly 1 through 3, and for every shop menu you have a conditional that has a global stat saying if next is equal to 1, equal to 2, equal to 3, and if it is, it will switch over to that menu. That's all I had for today. If there was anything confusing about this video, or if you have any questions, I definitely will I will gladly answer them down in the comment sections. I'm gonna put the Discord link right up on screen right now. Join the Discord. We have a great time doing nothing there because no one's ever online. No one. Because it's the school year, of course. But anyways, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. It'd mean a lot. See you next time.